Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. Let's jump into Family or Fiancé. I told you all before, I'm so happy this show is back on television. It's just an inside look at, you know how they say everyone's marriage is different, everyone's relationship is different, everyone's problems are different. I like this show. Sometimes it could work my nerve, but for the most part, there's always a happy ending. And I love a happy ending. So let's jump into this week's couple, Alexis and Akil. Off top, I like them. I think they were a cute couple. They had a little bit of an age difference, 8 years, but to me, when you grown, that's not that bad. If it's 18 to, what is that, 26, okay, but when you grown, you might be in your 20s, he in his 30s. I don't think that's that bad. But moving on, because that wasn't really even an issue. Usually when it's family or fiance, it's one side of the family whose point I see, and I'm just like, I couldn't do that. This is two families who I understand both sides of the issue, and I see where there can be some give and take, misunderstandings, all of that, miscommunications on both sides of the family. It's now, in the beginning, I was like, these people will trip. But let's get into it. So their overall issue, even Alexis said it was, I need you to mend some issues with my family. Like, my family is important to me. They ain't fooling with you right now. That's what we got to work out. So I'm like, okay, it's Akil versus Alexis's family. Let's get into it. The stepdad is a pastor. So off top, y'all living together is a no. I have so much to say about that, but let's get through the issues real quick. He curses in front of his mom, and something happened with the tax returns. We're going to get into them taxes because y'all know I'm an accountant by degree. And I am a tax preparer by profession. This is what I do. This is what I went to school for. I have a lot to say about these taxes, but let's move on. The first thing I noticed, when the parents first get to the house, the mom walked in, hugged her daughter, spoke to her daughter, and walked dead past Akil without saying a single word. Did not look in his direction. Rude. You talking about people disrespecting you. That was highly disrespectful. It doesn't take anything, First Lady, for you to speak. People give you the energy that you give them. And you supposed to be the First Lady. You supposed to be able to turn the other cheek. You supposed to be able to forgive and show love by example. But this is the first impression you want to give on TV? Okay. Moving on. The families come in. Off top, when his family came in, I love their energy. Their energy is very happy, we here to have fun. We like to have fun. Very loving. Like, you can see that they loved Akil. And just off top, my family has this saying, FOE, family over everything. That was their family to me. They reminded me so much of my family. Like, I don't care what Akil did. I got his back, and I ain't here for none of the bullshit y'all might be bringing to my baby. No. So I liked his family off top. We at the round table. He brought his Auntie Vicky. Auntie Vicky seemed to be, she liked their relationship, but my nephew got an attitude. I know it, nephew. You need to work on your attitude. So Auntie Vicky is also something I appreciate about my family is, even though they got our back over everything, yes, I can still call you out on your bullshit. So she was able to be like, look, you need to work on this. I appreciated that. Granny was just being Granny. Babies, y'all need a little bit more time. Y'all ain't got to rush into this marriage. Okay. His sister, I didn't write down her name. I want to say it's Tony. If it's not, I apologize. Correct me in the comments. But she doesn't think that his family thinks her brother is good enough for their daughter. And she wasn't wrong. Pop, she called her dad Pops. He's not here for the living together. He's not here for the cursing. They feel like cursing can lead to something bigger. The sister is with her taxes, and the mom says she feels like the disrespect is coming because if you can curse in front of me, what else can you do? Stretch. And she called him a bum and a thief. And she not coming to the wedding. That mom, I was like, okay, this is gonna be a hard one. Overall, I want to break down a few things really quick so we don't have to just keep talking about them throughout the whole episode. The whole living together thing. It is 2020. I know what the Bible say. I believe in the Bible. I love the Lord. I understand. But it is 2020. And almost everywhere in the United States, rent is high. Mortgages are high. You know, young people, you know, sometimes it's easier. And I ain't saying I'm not advocating for people just to start living together and shacking up because it's easier. But if you are already in a committed relationship, you're already on your road to I want to be with you forever. Why not live together and share this rent and go half on these utilities? Because what's the point of just saying, okay, we want to get married, but we going to pay $3,000 a month in rent instead of one payment of $1,500 and we go half? Like I said, I'm not advocating for people to live together, but it's married people who are legally divorced that still live together because it's financial reasons. So I don't trip over people living together. I definitely, like, if my son, when he becomes grown, if he wants to live with a girlfriend, I'm just not one of those parents that's gonna trip over that. Now, moving on, because everybody had their own opinion. Cursing leads to disrespect. Now, this is one where I see both sides of the family. If you know you love this woman and you know that her family does not like profanity. Now, yes, I understand. This is my house. I can cuss in my house. I agree. You can do whatever you want where you pay the bills. Because they also said in the episode that when she goes to see her family, he sits in the car. I would just stay at home. But anyway, moving on. I think it doesn't take anything to be respectful. If this woman says, look, I know this your house, but please don't curse in front of me. Just don't curse in front of your mom, in front of her mama. I'm sure her mama is not coming over that often. It don't look like she like to come over your house that often. So if she says, can you please not curse in front of me? Hold your tongue. Now, did he cuss the mama out? Did he say, fuck you, bitch? Like, I don't know, or did he just say shit? You know, like, did he curse you out, or did he just say curse words in front of you? Because to me, if someone just cusses, because I like to cuss, but I don't curse in front of my mother. Like, when I'm in front of my mother, I try to use a clean mouth. But when I'm in front of my friends, or on this camera, you gonna see I like to say curse words, and there's nothing wrong with it. But it's all about respect. If I was Akil and I wanted peace with my fiance and her family, I just wouldn't curse in front of her parents. I wouldn't take it to the thing of, well, if you don't like cursing, don't come over my house. Team too much. That was something I feel like. But First Lady and Pastor, I don't feel that cursing leads to disrespect. Because like I said, I like to curse. But I don't disrespect my husband. Like, I don't cuss my husband out. Even in the height of an argument, I know what to say and what not to say. I know how to rein myself back. So I don't think like cussing ain't gonna lead to him punching her in the mouth. Like if he's a nice guy and he just likes to say curse words, y'all overly judging, which I can see why he wouldn't like you. But moving on. So that's what I have to say about that. Now these taxes, because I want to X this out real quick. Real quick. It sounds like ain't neither one of them no true tax preparer. Now I don't know. I don't know because I know now it's a lot of people that do taxes. You can go do a little online class to learn the laws, the rules, whatever. I tell people all the time, doing taxes, especially if you don't really have a lot of deductions, company investments, it's not that hard. Like if all you got is a W-2 and a standard deduction, you can do that shit yourself for free online. Anyway, a lot of times, I ain't gonna say no one's name. When I do taxes, I have my own tax preparation business. I do taxes without the hookup. Like if you come to Angie to get your taxes done, you know you gonna get some audit free taxes because I'm doing shit by the line. I'm going to try to get you back as much money as I can the honest way, whatever loophole that's legal that I can find. But I also know people who, like I said, I ain't saying no names, who may get you a social security number so you could claim somebody's child, who may get you a college EIN number so you can get you a tuition write-off. Like I know some people who got the hookup. Y'all all know about the hookup. We all know some tax preparers who can give you the hookup and you roll the dice on if you get audited or not. Now, I'm not saying that's what Akil or Alexis is doing, but the whole situation sounds like a hookup. Because usually when I charge people for taxes, I let you know up front, this is what I charge. Most of the time for family, I charge $100. If it's not too complicated and you not family, I charge $150. Bam, flat fee. That's what I charge. When people give you the hookup talking about, oh, I can get you $3,000 back over $700, but you give me $5, all of that sound like I don't have no accounting degree. And it ain't nothing wrong with it. Get your money how you can get it. But Alexis clearly said to the sister, I'm doing your taxes. I can get you $700 back. Bam. Akil comes up, this your sister? Nah, I can get her more than that. Look, Ashley, I can get you $3,000 back through my tax preparer company. Obviously, he has a business. I can get you $3,000 back through the hookup. I ain't saying it was legal or not, but I wouldn't have been on television saying all this stuff out. When it comes to taxes, shh, we ain't saying shit about it on TV, but moving on. Moving on. I can get you back $3,000, but you owe me $500. It's nothing about him. And I like this is just a TV show, but nothing that I saw on the TV screen screamed, I'm going to take your $500 and file your tax returns anyway. And just, no, I honestly 100% believe that man told you, look, I can get you back $3,000, but you owe me $500. And I believe 100% that you said, fine, and then got mad, but still were mad that he took the $500. Because to me, if you would have told me, nah, don't you can't have my $500, Angie would have been like, cool, go ahead over there and get that $700 return with your sister. Cause trust me, it just, I don't believe that this man stole your money. I believe you just mad that he charged you $500 when you thought you were getting your taxes for free. But girl, you got the hookup. You went from $700 to $25. I would be saying thank you. And moving on. Where am I at with my notes? Cause we all recognize the hookup when we see it, and that kind of pissed me off. I would be happy if someone could give me an extra, excuse my math, but I think that's $1,600. I went from 700. As it ain't work that. But from 700 to 25, I would say thank you. Put it in my account. Here go my account number. Put it in my account. 2 weeks. E-file. Done. Moving on. Now the mama want to know what he does for a living. What is your job? And he says, I work for the city. And she was like, the city? What you do for the city? I work for the city. To me, I don't care what this man does for a living. Yeah, you would want to know. If you marry my daughter, I would want to know. Are you an electrician? Are you a welder? Are you all the 7 different certificates he got? I don't care. If you just do odd jobs every now and then, I don't care. Just be honest and say, because it bothered me. Off top, the one thing you know he does is taxes. He has a tax preparation business. So off top, if you don't know, people who do taxes make money. People who do taxes full time, January through April, that's all they do, and they off the rest of the year. They make all of their money during tax season. So if anything, you know he does that one thing, and you know he gets paid. 2, if your daughter and himself are not in your pocket asking you for a phone bill, a light bill, a mortgage, or a rent payment, why do you care? Obviously, they are good. They are good. Obviously, your daughter is not saying he's a bum, I'm paying all these bills, and he's sitting up on the couch. No. So he's obviously doing something. That kind of pissed me off. But what kind of pissed me off a little bit more is at the dinner. Side note, all the food they cooked on this episode looked so good. Where are they from? New Orleans? It looked like Cajun food. It looked so good. Anyway, when they sat at the dinner table and Ashley was like, we never found out what you did. You just said you work for the city. And Alexis is like, you work for the city? He was like, yeah, I work for the city. That's what I said. And he was like, I ain't talking. And Alexis is like, why you lying to these people, telling them you work for the city? And I'm like, girl, have your man back. Have your man's back. Why you giving your family more ammunition to dislike him? And then in the confessional, you're talking about, look, I told my family you work a 9 to 5, and you over here telling them you work all these 7 odds and ends. I'm trying to protect you. I'm like, no, what you are is ashamed of your man for not having a 9 to 5. But he's still making money. If you want a man who is going to be pleasing to your family's eyes, then you need to leave this man, because it's not fair for him to have to walk on eggshells and back up the lies you tell your family because you're ashamed of their disapproval. No. If that's the man you want, stand with him and have his back and pump him up. I'm like, yeah, he may not have a 9 to 5, but he making sure all these bills are paid. He does what he has to do. Respect. Now over here, at some point of the dinner, Alexis runs away. They start talking about the taxes. Ashley runs after her. They go work out the taxes in the bathroom. They have a good cry fest. Happy for it. Because like I said, I personally would have cursed. I wouldn't have cussed my sister out. I do have respect for my family, but I would have. My sister understand the hookup, so anyway, moving on. His sister says this is too much drama. Every other minute, somebody having a breakdown. I ain't got time for this. I'm not coming to the wedding. So now he goes to Alexis and tell Alexis, well, this is what my sister says, and I need my sister, so we got to fix this. I can. And he was like, look, this is exactly how I feel about my mother and my sister. Cool. They understand where each other is coming from. Now the dad is like, Alexis, mom wants to talk to you. And here goes where I roll my eyes at this mother so much. The pure manipulation. She's crying. Alexis is like, mom, please don't cry. Please don't cry, mom. And she's in tears like, what did I do wrong? How did I fail you? What makes you pick these kind of men? And I'm like, it couldn't have been me. Like, it's pure manipulation, pure feel bad for me, woe is me, you're doing all of this to me, when she's not doing anything to you. She's living her life. And sometimes, as hard as it is, as a parent, you have to give your children advice, but let them go. And if it's a mistake, because you don't know how this marriage is going to turn out, but if it's a mistake, be there for them, comfort them. But if not, let them do their thing. So now it's day 2 with Tracy, and he don't have any emotions. And that was her new thing. Like, he doesn't know how to express his emotions, and I understand that. My husband is a tiny bit that way. Like, he can express anger. He can express when I'm getting on his nerve, but like, if I have like good news and I want to be excited, he be like, ah, that's cool. And if I'm upset and I want to be angry and I want him to be angry with me, he'd be like, damn, that's fucked up. Like, he doesn't have a range of showing emotions. Like, the same way he can say cool could be the same way he can say, damn, that's fucked up. And that pisses me off, because I'm like, so-and-so did this and then, why you ain't mad? He was like, man, like, what you want me to do? Like, I can get that. I don't think my husband is nowhere near as bad as Akil, because he can. Girl, I get it. I understand. But who knew that a session at the Improv Factory could solve so much? Akil does great at improv, and I was even surprised. I'm like, he's kind of good at this improv, at going at the different levels, at the different emotions. And so that kind of took Alexis aback. Like, that's my man over there doing that. I love the improv. I think it was a great family team building exercise. They were able to laugh together. They're going to have these memories together. And Akil even brought himself to see within himself where he pulls the mom to the side and apologizes. And I appreciated that. Like, he was like, I'm sorry for cursing around you, because like I said 20 minutes ago in this review, just don't curse around the family. And I think he kind of gets that. Like, I don't have to be so tough and be like, it's my house, I do what I want to do. And she was like, I want you to be my son. I want us to be a family. I want us to be close. I want us to go out to eat a few times a month, just me and you, to get to know each other. And I appreciated that, because this episode, I didn't think I would see it from that mother. The dinner was happy. Like, it wasn't no drama. Everyone was laughing. It was a little bit of shade, but funny shade, not like reading you shade. And so it's the last day, right before, the blessing ceremony. They're talking to Tracy again, and Alexis is like, I'm having doubts. And then my mind was blown. I was like, girl, this man is making up with your family. The families are coming together, laughing and be happy. I'm trying to think, does she like the mess? Is it the mess that was fun of the relationship? I don't know, but she having doubts. She was like, I'm tired of acting like everything is okay and dealing with it later. We need to work on ourselves. And I was like, man, I kind of thought they really turned a corner and the family was really on board. But I understand, at the blessing ceremony, they decided to put their engagement on hold They still gonna be together, but they're gonna have counseling and really work on themselves. And at the end of the episode, we kind of saw that they were currently in couples counseling, and I think that's a great thing because it is best to be the best you before you be the best us. I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that, and I think that was a great thing that they're doing. I'm happy they didn't break up because at first my mind was blown. I was like, girl, everyone's finally on board and now you want to halt. But I'm happy it wasn't a breakup. It was just a let's really work on ourselves before we say I do. And I really hope they make it. I really hope last time they had a break in Family or Fiancé, they didn't do a reunion. Like, I hope with this next set of couples, they do like that reunion like they did at the end of season 1, where we can see where everyone is now. Because I would love to see if they did eventually get married. All right, y'all. That's all I have to give. Get in the comments. Let me know what you thought about Alexis and Akil. I really like them. And like, comment, share. And I'll see y'all next week for Family or Fiancé. Bye.